Good morning, good looking people, and you're good looking because you're always looking, and of course you are finding the good in everything and in everybody. Hope you're all well, hope you're all safe, hope you're having a great weekend so far. Today we're going to be doing the Hayom Yom for yesterday, which was the 13th of Cheshvan. Really a beautiful Hayom Yom, a lesson that we can all take. And there's really a beautiful message from the opposite. So when we talk about different messaging and different ideas and what we should or shouldn't do, but sometimes if you spin it and you go to the opposite extreme, there's really something beautiful that can come out of it. And today's Hayom Yom is talking about Lashon Hara, which is the evil tongue. And God forbid, slandering somebody, saying something bad about something, how we have to be so careful with what we say. And not only that, what today is talking about, it's about originating it. It's about speaking it. It's about listening to it. How all these different effects and different people involved can literally have an effect on a spiritual level that can kill that person that's being slandered. We talked about a couple weeks ago that there were two people that were fighting in a shul, and one said to the other, "I want to tear you up like a fish." And then the Baal Shem Tov heard it, put all his Hasidim in a circle and put his hands on them, and all of a sudden they began to shout in terror because they saw this vision of the both of them fighting and the one actually tearing the other one up like a fish, dismembering him. They were seeing it spiritually, how this person was being taken apart. And what we learned and what we know is that what we do here in this world, there's a physical effect in the main world that also has an effect in the spiritual world. And how much if Lashon Hara does something here, what the effect is, it does also spiritually. And Rabbi Steiner today had a really beautiful message of how we can affect that in the positive. So let's read the Hayom Yom today, and then we'll go to the messaging and how we can take something like this and really make it for the great and for the good. So for the Hayom Yom of the 13th of Cheshvan, the Baal Shem Tov conducted a regular study session in Gemara with his disciples, combining acumen and erudition. It embraced the writings of the Rambam, Rabbi Yitzchak Alfasi, and Rabbeinu Asher, and other commentaries of the Rishonim that are relevant to the passage under discussion. The Baal Shem Tov said as follows: to introduce his explanation of each passage of the Gemara, he would translate its words into Yiddish. When they were studying the tractate of Erchin, they reached the statement of the sages, which is found on page 15b, that threefold speech kills three people: the person who first invented the story, the present speaker, and then also the listener. However, this happens to their spiritual garments, which is more severe than killing somebody physically. Imagine this. The Baal Shem Tov, what's being quoted today of the Baal Shem Tov is that they would study these Rishonim, specifically Rabbi Yitzchak Alfasi, Rabbeinu Asher, and also the Rambam. They were known as the pillars of halacha. And what they were saying, when they're talking about threefold speech, there's three different people that participate in Lashon Hara that literally kill somebody spiritually. The person who invented it, the person who speaks it, and then the person who listens to it. And all these have an effect on a spiritual level that's more extreme and severe than physical murder. It's crazy. And we have to be so careful with our words and what we're saying. And not only with our words, but what we're listening to. If somebody's bringing up gossip or slander or something true is bad, even not true is even worse, and you start to hear something, walk away. There's something that's just not positive. It's not what we're about. Like we say every day, we're good-looking people because we're always looking and finding the good in everything and everybody. If it's not good, I don't care how juicy it is, what we have to learn from this is that we have to step away. And what we say, when it translates and it goes over, and if somebody, God forbid, takes this negative and shares it and shares it and shares it, you can't get it back. And every time it's said, it's literally having an effect in a spiritual form that's literally killing that person physically, spiritually. And that's a very, very extreme situation. And what Rav Moshe Steiner said today, which was very beautiful, is that imagine how we can forward these texts or WhatsApps or media, whatever it may be, in a negative form. Imagine the positive. Imagine how we always open up our WhatsApp or our text messages and we have a nice video of a story from Rabbi Jacobson, or you're getting videos that are shared with you with all different rabbis that are sharing Dvar Torahs and other Divrei Torah and all the wonderful things. How amazing is that when a person originates that and it gets shared around the world and it goes from different places and podcasts and whatever it may be, the opposite extreme of a negative could be a positive. Sharing something positive and originating something positive can only have a positive effect on everybody. And think about the person who originated it, how much of an effect it's having on that person. And that's also one of the reasons why we always say something in the name of its author, that we're always giving redemption to the world. Redemption brings Mashiach to the world. It brings great things, good energy into the world. So the message of the day is to be positive, to listen to positive things. If it's not positive, stay away from it. And God forbid should we share something that's negative or originate something that's negative and slander or negativity or a lashon hara or something, whatever it may be. We're so much better than that. This is a great time. This is the times of Mashiach. We're going to have the most amazing year. We're having all these blessings. And by being positive, by originating positive, by sharing positive and good things, this will bless us as well and give us everything that we need to have an amazing year, an amazing week, an amazing day, and lots of success and happiness in our own lives. Have a wonderful week. Have a successful week. We'll talk more soon.